Hey, yo, YouTube, what's good? You are now tuning into another episode of the Resilient Mindset Podcast, a podcast dedicated to the motivation of men's mental health and awareness. Today's topic of discussion: cognitive distortions. How do they affect your relationships and your power to control them? Let's get into it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Welcome back. Today we'll discuss cognitive distortions. Disclaimer: if any of these symptoms resonate with you, do seek professional support. This video is not intended for the use to self-diagnose or diagnose others. With that being said, the best way to improve anything is to have awareness of it. Cognitive distortions are the mental biases that make us feel anxious, miserable, or bad about ourselves and others. This can be caused by personal values or beliefs, childhood upbringing, and life experience. Let's be clear, we all have biases and it's normal. Like, it's crazy to me how some people put sugar in their grits and spaghetti. Hey, yo, y'all are some straight savages out here, respectfully. However, biases do become harmful to us or others when they turn into extreme judgmental stereotypes based on a person's gender, age, religion, culture, or socioeconomic status. This way of thinking will be super detrimental to our personal, intimate, and professional relationships. Let's get into 6 distortions to help us become more self-aware of our biases. All or nothing. And this is when we think in extremes without considering the distinctions in between. And with this type of thinking, we perceive things as black and white, my way or the highway, good or bad. This is where the term all comes into play. Don't worry, all police, I got you on this one. So examples of what that might look like is: one woman hurt me, so all women are bad. This person is extremely attractive, so we label them as good or a bad person, which some people refer to as the halo effect. And when we label someone good, they're pasteurized and they can do no wrong. If we label them as bad, then they're considered to be thotty, 304, for the streets, etc. This type of thinking can be harmful because we look at one of the two extremes. Either something is all good, or something is all bad, or something is all positive, or something is all negative. And we don't really look at the distinguishing factors in between to make that distinction between if someone is or something is actually positive or is something actually negative. When we place people, places, or things into an all category, we extremely limit our ability to be interactive or be open-minded to other possibilities outside of our current thought process. So I would encourage you to look at all the factors when you're making your decision making when it comes to identifying something as a positive or a negative experience. Which brings me to my next point: catastrophizing. And this is when we overestimate the chance and severity of the negative outcomes. And I think with this way of thinking comes solely down to rejection, which is feeling unworthy or not good enough. So let me give you a couple of examples. So one way for catastrophizing is, and I'm pretty sure we've all experienced this, is she didn't text me back right away. So she must be smashing someone else, or she's messing with some other dudes. Or she rejected me, so no woman will like me. Both of these situations, the way we think is we take one negative situation and we blow it up 10 times, 20 times, 100 times more than what it possibly is. Now, I'm not saying these things aren't negative interactions. However, we magnify those situations to a very exponential point where it becomes catastrophizing. One way I think how we can manage this is creating and enforcing your boundaries. And if you're having difficulties doing that, check out my episode 9, How Boundaries Increase Masculinity. Next one, should and must. And this is when we expect too much from ourselves and others. A couple of examples of what that may look like is I'm working or have worked to become my best self, so life should get better. I hope you guys are working every day to become the best version of yourself. However, there is no guarantee that the more work and grind that you put in, that life will get better for you. For some, yes, it may get better for you. For some people, it may become exponentially harder. The more that you level up, the more challenges and difficulties you are going to face. However, when you use the term should, that puts a definitive stamp on it that makes it seem like if I do X, then Y is going to happen, which in turn puts a lot of expectations on yourself that you may or may not be able to achieve. Let's look at it from a dating perspective. If I don't hit the first night or an X number of dates, she must not like me. Or if she lets me hit quickly, she must like me or she's a thought. Yo, let me tell you, I consider myself to be a handsome guy. To my 12.3% female audience, hey ladies, I've been in both scenarios and you can't possibly predict the outcome. Should and must are very definitive words. Let me tell you why these words are dangerous. It puts expectations on yourself and others which may be unrealistic. And I don't think I'm expecting too much by taking 1 second. Hit that like and subscribe button to help expand my channel and push my content to other viewers like you. Overgeneralization. And this is when we interpret one negative situation that everything is negative. I know this may sound a lot like catastrophizing, but there is definitely a subtle difference. I know I've experienced it, and maybe you guys have experienced it as well. Let's say you wake up one day and you're running late for school or for work, your alarm clock didn't go off, and you have this thought, this one thought, yo, I just know today is going to be a crappy day. And in that moment, we train our brain to receive or lock on to everything that is negative. Think of it like a homing missile, like you just literally trained your brain to target everything that's negative that's happening in that day to validate your thought of, today is going to be a crappy day, just to validate that. So every single thing that happens, if someone steps on your shoe, maybe by accident, but nope, I'm having a crappy day. So of course someone's gonna step on my shoe. Or maybe you left your phone at home by accident, and maybe this is like one in a million time you've done that. Oh no, because today's a crappy day. Of course I'm gonna leave my phone at home. So basically, we're overgeneralizing everything and we're training our brain or ourselves to just lock on to everything or highlight everything that is negative in that day to validate again, while we're having a crappy day. And this segues into this next distortion, mental filter. So this is when we see only negative details while ignoring the positive. This can become dangerous because it keeps us in a pessimistic mood, which can cause anxiety and depression. An example for this is I know it's holiday time and maybe you can't buy the gifts you want for loved ones and fear disappointing them. And that's difficult to deal with or handle. However, on the positive side, you still have those loved ones around to share the holidays with. A person with this mental filtering type of mindset won't see the positive side of being able to, spend time with loved ones and make new memories. They'll just be focused on the fact that they're not able right now to afford the gifts that they want to give to their loved ones and that disappointment they're expecting to receive from them during that day. And what I would suggest is that, and this may not be the answer that you're looking for, and this could be for any situation, not just during the holidays, just in life in general, is, seeking gratitude, and being grateful helps us acknowledge the positive points in our life. I know a lot of times when we're going through things, it's very difficult to notice those positive things that are going on around us. And believe me, they're there. We just haven't acknowledged it because we're so occupied with the negative aspects or the negative things that's impacting us. However, we take some time to really think about the things that are positively going in our life. You can get that sense of gratitude and that sense of thankfulness that can help you see those positive aspects that's going on. However, for some people, that can still be tough. And that brings us to our next distortion, Discounting the positive. This is where we reject or devalue the importance of positive events. So, to play devil's advocate, some of you may disagree with my last example. Gratitude and gratefulness won't make my little boy, girl, mom, shorty, or whoever happy on Christmas or during the holidays. I will agree, it probably won't make them happy. However, this is to help us accept the controllable or uncontrollable situations we face while highlighting the positive efforts we or those around us are putting out. Listen up. Every day we have conscious or subconscious conversations with ourselves. The type of self-talk we have greatly impacts our views and actions in the world. So talk to yourself nice and get that dirt off your shoulder. Yo, which part of this video do you agree or disagree with? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know if you gained any value from this video. Stay locked for more of my content by viewing another video. Stay resilient.